BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
I'm Cindy Lauper. My psoriasis was all over, even on my scalp, which may mean 4 times the risk for psoriatic arthritis. But Cosentyx works on both.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis 300 milligram dose and adults with active psoriatic arthritis 150 milligram dose. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com or 1-844-COSENTYX. Ask your doctor about Cosentyx.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at Polestar.com.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
What not to do when you're trying to motivate your team abstract. This article explores common mistakes leaders make when trying to motivate their teams and provides research-backed practical alternatives. It discusses how a lack of clear communication, over-reliance on rewards and recognition over intrinsic motivation, the use of carrots and sticks, excessive focus on individual performance over team collaboration, and failure to recognize steady effort can all undermine employee motivation. Instead, the article advocates for leaders to foster intrinsic motivation through empowerment, autonomy, and fulfillment of psychological needs. It recommends strategies like transparent communication, meaningful rewards focused on growth and development, supporting team cohesion, and acknowledging incremental progress. The article concludes that a supportive work culture focused on learning, empowerment, and shared success is key to driving sustainable high performance and engagement from motivated teams. Motivating employees is crucial for organizational success, but can also be challenging for leaders. A demotivated team impacts productivity, creativity, and the bottom line. However, what we see in practice is that leaders often try to motivate their teams in ways that are counterproductive and can damage engagement. trust, and performance over time.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen. And keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
Today, we will explore some common mistakes leaders make when trying to motivate their team and provide better evidence-based alternatives backed by research as well as practical industry examples. Mistake: lack of communication. One of the biggest mistakes leaders make is failing to communicate effectively with their team. Research shows clear communication from leadership is crucial for employee motivation. When leaders do not communicate openly about goals, priorities, expectations, and progress, it leads to uncertainty. Lack of clarity and demotivation among employees. Barling et al. 2003. In contrast, transparency and regular feedback foster buy-in, build trust, and help align efforts. For example, during the pandemic, many companies struggled with remote work due to a lack of clear communication from leadership. Employees felt directionless without proper guidance on deliverables, work protocols, and future plans. This overwhelmed staff and damaged motivation levels. Carnevale and Hattock, 2020. In contrast, companies that scheduled regular all-hands meetings and one-on-ones saw higher engagement as employees felt informed and supported. Leaders must share both positive and constructive feedback regularly. Weekly check-ins, monthly updates, and annual reviews are some best practices. Feedback should be specific, focused on behavior not personality, and followed by opportunity for discussion. Leaders must also be approachable for ad hoc communication. Regular communication keeps teams aligned and motivated towards shared goals. Mistake: focus on rewards over recognition. While appreciation is important, relying too heavily on praise and recognition to motivate teams can backfire. Research shows intrinsic motivation is healthier than extrinsic motivation in the long run. Deci et al. 1999. While praise satisfies the need for esteem in Maslow's hierarchy, it is fleeting compared to rewards like learning opportunities, empowerment, and career growth. For example, a software company rewarded top performers with public recognition at events. However, over-reliance on praise led to employees doing work only for recognition rather than personal fulfillment. It damaged intrinsic motivation and creativity reduced over time. In contrast, firms like Google motivate through challenging work, autonomy, learning programs, and career growth opportunities. Dem and Neal. 2008. Public praise is best used sparingly in addition to other motivational techniques. Regular one-on-ones for guidance and feedback are better for recognition than large events. Leaders must focus more on fulfilling higher needs like achievement, responsibility, and advancement through meaningful rewards in work. This fosters lasting intrinsic motivation for long-term performance and satisfaction. Mistake: use of carrots and sticks. While deadlines and accountability are needed, relying heavily on consequences or threats for motivation undermines trust and well-being. Research shows controlling leadership styles damage motivation over time. Deci et al. 1989. Employees work better in autonomous supportive environments that fulfill their psychological needs. For example, during a tight deadline, a manufacturing manager threatened pay cuts if projects were not completed on time. However, this tactic backfired, severely hurting morale. Stress-related absenteeism spiked, leading to missed deadlines. In contrast, an AI startup motivated teams to excel with challenges by appealing to their interest in constant learning and problem-solving. Thompson. 2017. Rather than dangling carrots and wielding sticks, leaders should focus on supporting intrinsic motivation through empowerment and autonomy. Set clear expectations and provide needs support like resources and guidance. Recognize outstanding effort through career enrichment rather than empty threats. Motivate through challenge and purpose rather than fear of failure. This fosters diligence, innovation, and overall well-being for sustainable performance. Mistake: focus on tasks over people, while praise for individuals is important. Focusing excessively on competition and comparisons between team members undermines collaboration. Research shows competitiveness and social comparison damages team cohesion and motivation in the long run. Henderson and Dweck. 1990. Teams function best in a cooperative, supportive environment focused on shared goals than comparing performance. For example, a BPO emphasized individual performance targets over team success. However, internal competition grew toxic as staff helped each other less to beat personal KPIs. Divisions formed, hampering cooperation. In contrast, tech giant IBM motivates through team-based recognition and lifelong learning culture of sharing knowledge. Ketz de Vries. 2014. Metrics should focus more on shared targets like client satisfaction or efficiency improvements. Leaders must build cooperation through team building, cross-functional projects, and recognition for collaboration over just high performers. Competition has its place, but only in moderation between teams rather than fostering rivalry within. Strong, cohesive teams outperform disjointed groups of individuals in the long run. Mistake: lack recognition for effort while outcomes matter. Process and steady effort should not be overlooked. Research shows acknowledging and rewarding effort is important for motivation due to incremental progress. Bronk. 2014. Goals take time to achieve and progress keeps teams motivated despite setbacks. Failure to recognize attempt demotivate those who try hardest but do not see traction. For example, an advertising agency praised clients won but rarely acknowledged proposals built and lost opportunities explored. Top performers left due to lack of appreciation for all work done. In contrast, a tech startup instituted rewards and promotions based on learning achieved and problems solved besides victories alone. Trying teams saw motivation soar with effort-based incentives. Michaels et al. 2001. Leaders must acknowledge steady effort, perseverance, and milestones crossed through regular feedback beyond victory calls and annual bonuses alone. Recognize attempts for experimentation and steady progress visible through check-ins over just outcomes visible in quarterly results. This keeps teams energized through challenging projects by celebrating process over just final product. Sustainable high performance comes from supporting steady effort, not just shouting out end victories. Conclusion: while motivation is crucial for organizational success, leaders often try approaches that work against achieving this important outcome. Research shows intrinsic motivation through empowerment, competence, relatedness, and autonomy leads to the highest and most sustainable levels of performance, well-being, and engagement. Leaders must focus on clear communication, rewarding the process of progress, not just outcomes. Supporting teams over individuals and using methods that fulfill basic psychological needs. Motivation comes from satisfying higher human needs through a healthy work culture rather than empty praise, threats, or social pressures alone. Overall, a supportive environment focused on learning, empowerment, and shared success best serves to encourage teams to achieve their highest potential.